Hey, it's almost the last day of 2021, so I wanted to do a little vlog and show you guys what I usually do to prepare for the new year. So, to start out, this is my calendar for 2021, inspirational quotes. It had some really nice nature and then some inspo. January said, start by doing what's necessary, then do what's possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible. Francis of Assisi. What I do on this calendar is a lot of things. Birthdays, so I'll write people's birthdays in purple. I will track my new contacts. So like if I throw out my contacts and then I put a new pair in, then I track it with a blue dot. Red X's are when I've worked out. I forgot if I said that I tracked my period, but my period is usually like a red dot. So those are just things that I write down. Also, another thing that I write down is a gas that I've spent money on. June, like for example, right, in purple. So I have a journal here, this portion of my journal. So how much I pay for gas every year. So in 2019, I spent $566.74 in gas. And then last year in 2020, I spent $537.31. It should also be noted that I only pay for my gas in cash because it's typically a little cheaper than with debit. But yes, so that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to transfer everyone's birthdays and then add up the gas, and then we will see how much it is at the end. And that's just the first step. So there's a few more steps, but that's the first one. So I will do that now. Okay, so I transferred all the birthdays to the new calendar and I added up everything that I paid in gas. The grand total is $906.55. So that's quite a lot. I did do a lot of driving this year. I would also say that in 2019, I actually was working in California for 4 months. So I didn't actually like have a car, you know, because I was in California. And then in 2020, it was the pandemic, so I didn't really go that many places. So I would say this year is probably the most like accurate. Anyway, so I gotta add it into this part of the journal. There we go. We have added it in. Okay, the next thing is that I write out all of my resolutions. So these are all of my resolutions from 2017. So 2017, 2018, 2019, and then 2020. This is my 2021 resolution. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cross off the things that I did, and then I'm going to write out my new list of my new resolutions for 2022. I would also like to point out that even if I don't do a resolution, depending on like how much I liked it or how much I actually do want to bring it over to the next year, I will. I want to better myself and do fun things for the next year, so I don't want to keep bringing things over if it like doesn't serve me anymore. I'm especially proud of my resolution number 10, which was go on a date with myself once a month for the whole year. And if you guys didn't see that vlog, I posted it before this one. And I got to cross it off because I did it. It was real. So I'll put this back here. Of all the colors, I think I'm going to use blue. I cut the paper so it's a little smaller. And then I'm going to write out all of my resolutions. I usually think of my resolutions throughout the whole entire year, but I usually kind of hone in on them and like make a really final copy towards like November, December. Back in 2017, I think I had 16 resolutions, and that's totally fine, but I feel like I want to do less. Like I want to write less of them if that means I'm going to do all of them, you know what I mean? It should also be noted that like during the year, if I'm like, oh, this would be fun to do as a resolution, I'll just like make it my resolution there and then. Like you don't have to wait until January 1st to make a resolution for yourself, right? Like if you want to read 3 books and it's July, then read 3 books, you know what I mean? Like I don't typically like wait for January 1st to do things, but I think it's cool for me to just have a list of things that I want to do and accomplish, because then that way I have a goal and like something to work towards. And I've noticed as like my personality type, I really like having things to work on, especially if they are personal growth based. I've actually noticed in my resolutions lists they're usually things that are like, oh, like a few fun things. And then there's like kind of more spiritual things as well as like personal growth things. And then especially things that I've never tried before. Those are also really good things for me to add to mine. But anyway, so now I'm going to write down my 2022 list. So I'll put this list and hang it up like this on my calendar. So then every time that I change the calendar to a new month, I'll like bring it here. I'll flip it and then I'll be like, okay, did we do anything? You know, you have to remind yourself of your goals and why you decided to do it in the first place. And then the last thing I do is actually something that I do on the last day of the month every month, is that I wash my sheets, my bed sheets, so that you can wake up in the new month in a fresh way. So that's the last thing that I do. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys have any resolutions that you want to do, you should totally do them. And you don't have to go as crazy as I do, even if you just make yourself one resolution, but you're going to actually do that resolution. That's great. Don't forget to grow. Don't forget to personally make goals that you'll be proud of at the end, you know? Anyways, thanks for watching. You guys will see me soon. Stay sweet. Bye.